Hi Maria, thank you so much for getting in touch and sending us your essays for correction. Really good idea to get some feedback before your exam. Okay, so you've chosen your own questions, which is fine. Let's have a look at these pie charts. Okay, so the pie charts compare the changes of the ages. Now, that's a European country experience. I just say literally the ages of, right, European country population, okay, of, European country population over 4 years. Okay, it's noticeable that for the well, it's not careful. It's not over 4 years. It's 4 different years. Over 4 years would be 2001, 2, 3, 4. So you'd have to say in 4 different years, just to be really specific here. It's noticeable that for the 4 years shown, the majority of the population was between ages of, yep, good. Now you don't use also in the task 2, task 1 really, because, and also you wouldn't need however. I'll show you what to do instead, because that's better for the task 2. Remember, this is a report, it's very factual, so we won't be using the same connecting words in this essay as in the task 2. So just go straight. In 1901 and 1941, total population followed the same pattern. While in 1981, you just don't need to repeat that, just go it experienced a slight decrease in percentage of younger, spelling now, population, and an increase here in user pronoun here in those aged between 65 and 84 and 85 and up. Okay, that's nice. Now let's just get the structure of this right. You kind of want an overall sentence. So overall, it's noticeable that. Okay, and then I build this into a new paragraph. Okay, so for me, you need a clear 4-paragraph structure. So your first line, then your overall, that's like your overview, okay? And then here you're getting into more specifics, okay? So while in 91 the population experienced a slight decrease, okay. It's clear that in 91 population, yes, good. Now, don't use however, so use another word which is much better for task 1 is either whereas, there's a nice contrasting word, or while. So those 2 words are really, really useful for task 1. Okay? Regarding population between, so then I don't need that because it's very repetitive. So between, is this still 1981? Oh, no, here. Okay, in. I mean the same for, yes, rather than with, but at population respectively, and contrast, good, in 1981. Again, you don't need to have that. You can put 16 to 84s, or the number of 16 to 84s, because increased to 13%, and is projected to keep good. Nice to use the future. That's excellent. Well done. Older people follow a similar pattern in that group. Yeah, very nice. Well done. Really good. You've done a very, very nice answer in that. So what I would just say is just use those connecting words. And when you're contrasting, you've got smaller than, less than, half. So here is represented to be twice as many as the number in 1941. So check out those different ways of comparing. I'll include a link for you. So computer technologies, yeah, are more accessible and cheaper. As a result, more students work from home. Okay, sorry, adults work at home and children learn at home. It's positive or negative. Nowadays, technology has advanced so rapidly that a computer is way more cheaper. Okay, now grammatically that doesn't work. Okay, so is cheaper. Okay, than is, you don't need more because you've already got the ER. So this does the comparative for you. You could have significantly cheaper. Way more is not formal enough for IELTS rating. Cheaper than it used to be a few years ago, and so all things and so are. I would stop there. All things related to is a bit casual. Yeah, I don't think you need that. For that reason, and with all this upcoming technology, so what upcoming technology? You need to say what. If you're going to say all this, that should be something that you've already talked about. People are more prepared and comfortable spelling. Comfortable to be able to stay at home and work from there, as well as I would say encourage children with their education. Children doesn't have a plural with their education. I strongly believe this development is more beneficial than we can think. Okay. I strongly believe this development is so. This sort of more beneficial than we can think is a little bit informal. So there's lots of good stuff in your writing, but when you do an IELTS exam, you have to be very academic in style. Think about a research paper or something you read in the newspaper. So using we is not appropriate. So this development is, so you could say something like not only time efficient, but could positively impact on, and then you want to go into the things you're talking about in your essay. Okay, so strong impact on working practice and the environment, or something like that. So gives the examiner an indication of where you're going. And here, not only, but in this grammar is quite a nice structure to be able to use that. It's true that more people are working from home nowadays. And again, don't use I. So only put your opinion at the end. So don't use I, don't use we, keep it detached. Okay. Nowadays, because most people use a computer to do their work. Okay. Most people use a computer to do their work, and frequently this work can be done from home rather than having to go to an office. Okay, so this is a little bit repetitive. So develop it. So you've made that point here. Lovely. So why is it easier? Because we can stay in touch. We don't need an office anymore. Just develop that idea. So rather than consequently here, you want to have additionally, many employees prefer to stay at home because, and then so go into a because. So just you need to, these are nice ideas, but you need to be developing them because they feel happier, they have a better work-life balance, they are less stressed about commuting, so driving to work. So develop all the reasons why. So here you could say, recent research has indicated that if an employee, use a conditional, is content at work, even from home, he is less likely to leave. Okay, so you've got the right idea, but you need to get it into a more academic style. Okay, so this is something that we do with our students on our online course. Okay, we work with a lot of students who are doing really well in their preparation, but just need a bit of help to get them over the finishing line. And so we work on this kind of academic structure, give you lots of essay practice and lots of feedback like this. So, yes. So I like the words, you know, you've got flexibility, you've got computer technology, you've got, you don't want to repeat flexible actually, but you've got lots of ideas, just need to get it into a better organized paragraph. Okay. So here, furthermore, computer technology has impact on the study environment. Online teaching has become, watch out for your grammar, has become a widely used tool in order to develop, and without a doubt, many students would rather, not would rather, just would rather, watch out the grammar again, study online from the comfort of their own home than that in an office. The key benefit of online learning is that it is, okay, flexibility in it, yeah. That's fine. You've kind of said that. Can you develop it a bit more? So let's get into children. What can children do? Yeah, they can learn at their own pace. They can have time outside. They can balance their workload. They might feel under less pressure. So think about the benefits of children. Yes, time and location, but you can think of more because you've kind of said that already here. Provides a mechanism for equal opportunity among students and teachers living with disability. Very nice point. That's a very good point. Maybe develop that. That's an unusual point to make, but very, very good. So develop that. At the end, part of contemporary, well, yeah, I mean, this is what we're all doing now. So related to, in the situation we're in now with COVID, I'm teaching online, obviously, all the time. My students are all at home, all over the world. So we're in a new environment now. Good for some people, really hard for younger children, I think. Huge disadvantage. So I think you could mention some of the disadvantages as well in here. Although it would be very hard for younger children, for older students, it has been shown to be very successful. Yeah, so give a little example maybe there. To conclude, although computer technology may have drawbacks, I strongly believe this development has more advantages in today's life and the upcoming future and for the upcoming future. Because you can't don't put that statement in there. You don't know that because it may, increase work-life balance, may improve work-life balance and employees' job satisfaction, something like that, rather than happiness. Okay, so you've done 2 really nice tasks here, Maria. Well done. There's lots and lots of good stuff in your writing. There's quite a few things I think we could be working on. Please have a look at the online course because I think you'd find that really helpful. We do, I think there's 20 little videos to help you and guide you. And then there's 8 essay corrections, and I can offer you 2 more bonus, so 10 essay corrections altogether. You'd have so much work and practice just to guide you. We don't normally give band grades, but just to help you at the moment, I would say no more than a 6.5 at the most, really, because this essay needs to be more precise, needs to improve the structure of these paragraphs, and we need to expand the answers for the task response. And the coherence is the paragraphs, and we need to add in some grammar and obviously some more academic vocabulary. Okay, but I'm sure you can do it. Yeah, I'd love to work with you. Okay, have a good day.